Good morning and welcome to the little apartment on the prairie. It is about 3 in the morning here and I'm wide awake and can't sleep, so I thought I'd just go ahead and do a little filming. I haven't done a video in a few days. I've been sick. I've had this respiratory thing. I've been to the doctor. They told me it's just a really bad sinus infection. I'm on what's supposed to be a really strong antibiotic. Hopefully it helps because I am so tired of being sick. So I thought I've been meaning to do a video on this in a while, and I thought now would be a good time to do it, since everybody seems to be running to the store to stock up on toilet paper so that they can survive a quarantine or a pandemic that involves a lot of toileting or whatever. So you may have heard me mention before that I don't use disposable paper products. I bought a package of toilet paper recently in the kind of when I was preparing in case there were quarantines or in case I get ill or something. And it was hi Whiskers. It was the first time I bought toilet paper in, I don't know, over 7 years. And I just wanted to have some on hand in case I'm sick. If I don't feel well, I can't do laundry, we lose water or whatever. I thought having a disposable option for the bathroom would be a good idea. But what I want to talk about is some alternatives to toilet paper. And I'll start by telling you why somebody might want to use an alternative to toilet paper. And there are actually several reasons. But I guess I should first of all say I'm not going to get real graphic or gross or anything, but we're talking about toilet paper, we're talking about wiping butts, so there may be a few mentions of poop. If you're really squeamish or you just don't want to hear about how people clean their behinds, maybe you want to skip this video, but I promise not to get gross and it'll actually hopefully be interesting. So I hope you stick around, but if you're squeamish and, you know, it's up to you. Okay, so everybody wants to have a clean bottom, right? But in much of the world, they don't use toilet paper. And if you're from the US, you're probably going, oh my God, what do they use? Well, in many parts of the world, people have bidets, and a bidet is, it's a little sprayer that you use to clean off your bottom instead of wiping it with paper. And in other parts of the world, they're a little bit more low tech. They just use a jug of water and pour water over their bottom and then pat dry with the towel, something like that. And while people in the US or other places that are used to toilet paper think the idea of not using toilet paper seems gross, in places where they somehow wash, like with water, after going to the bathroom, they often think that the idea of just wiping off with a piece of tissue paper is kind of gross because it's not going to get you as clean. So part of it is really, it's just a cultural thing. It's what you're used to doing, what you've been told is the best way to take care of yourself after you use the toilet. Okay? And if you think logically about if you have something on your body, something on your skin, you know, say you get something on your hand that's icky, if you get poop on your hand somehow, how are you going to clean it off? You're probably going to clean it with soap and water, under running water, under a faucet, under a sink. You're not just going to get a piece of paper or tissue and kind of wipe it off and call it good, because that's not going to seem clean enough. So even our own standards of cleanliness vary from different parts of our body. Okay, so other reasons why you might not want to use toilet paper besides thinking that there are better ways to clean yourself. Toilet paper is typically made from trees. You can get like bamboo toilet paper, but most people get toilet paper that's made from trees. We use a lot of trees. It's not just the raw material from the tree, but it takes lots of electricity and water to manufacture toilet paper. Most toilet papers are bleached. That's why they're a pretty white color. And then we just flush them down the toilet. And so that seems like not the best use of resources to some people. And that's the main reason I wanted to stop using toilet paper, was because it seemed like just throwing resources down the toilet. Toilet paper, depending upon what kind you buy, it can get expensive if you add it up over the cost of a year or whatever. So what a lot of people in different parts of the world use is they use a bidet, or they in some way actually use water and wash their bottom after they go to the bathroom. Another alternative is to use cloth wipes. Okay, some people call this family cloth, and I don't really know why. It seems like a misnomer, and it can be misleading. I've had people hear the word family cloth, and they think that like the whole family's using like one piece of cloth to wipe their bottom every time they go to the bathroom. And that really sounds icky, right? But that's not what it is. It's basically, it's cloth wipes. Some people who've cloth diapered use cloth wipes. And, you know, it's just using a piece of cloth instead of toilet paper. You wipe your bottom with the cloth. Then later you launder it, you reuse it. You re-launder it between every use. You're not like using one piece of cloth all day long multiple times. And you're definitely not sharing that same piece of cloth without washing it between family members. I don't know anyone who does that. I've never, you know, we don't do that today, I don't think. So a lot of people think the idea of using cloth instead of toilet paper seems icky. And a lot of people who cloth diaper their babies still think it seems icky. I'm not sure why, because some people use cloth wipes for their babies. But one question I hear a lot of people say is, well, when you're talking about babies, you know, it's just a little bit of poop. If you're talking about adults, you're talking about lots of poop. But here's the thing, and this is pretty, well, yeah, this might be the most I talk about poop. Okay, so when you have a baby that, you know, that uses a diaper, a cloth diaper, all the poop goes in the diaper, and the baby lays in it, so it kind of spreads around before you change the baby. When an adult, well, or a child, when a person uses the toilet, most of the poop goes in the toilet. It doesn't like stick to your bottom, right? So when you use a cloth wipe to clean yourself, you end up with less poop on that wipe than you end up on a wipe when you wipe a baby's bottom after you change a diaper, because most or all the poop has gone in the toilet. So you're dealing with very little poop on the cloth. Okay. So to me, it's like less gross than cloth diapering. And I'm in favor of cloth diapering. You know, I think it's good for the environment. It's good for babies. In many cases, it's better for their skin, whatever. But I think cloth diapering is grosser than using cloth wipes in the bathroom in place of toilet paper. Now, a lot of people who use cloth wipes, they might only use it when they pee. And for anything that's messy, they might use toilet paper. A lot of people, there might be some family members that use cloth wipes, and some family members prefer toilet paper, so they have both in the house. Most people seem to keep toilet paper on hand for guests. I usually don't, although I've had guests who like want to bring their own toilet paper, and I'm totally cool with that. I've had half a roll of toilet paper in my bathroom for a really long time because I got a roll from the food pantry. I didn't buy it. It came, you know, I got it from the food pantry. So I stuck it in my bathroom for guests. But also when I have guests over, I show them where the cloth wipes are and where to put them after they use them, and tell them they're welcome to use them. Even if I have toilet paper, I'm like, you can use whichever one you prefer. So I'll show you my setup in the bathroom, what I have, in a minute, but basically I've got a basket of cloth wipes. Mostly I prefer flannel, but I've got some made out of other material because I've made them out of basically recycled material. I really like old receiving blankets if I can find them at the thrift store. Usually they're, you know, I can get them for $1 at the thrift store, and old flannel is so soft and comfortable. But I've got some out of other material too. And they're in a basket in the bathroom. After I use them, I have a trash can that's got a cloth liner in it. The used wipes go in the trash can. It's got a lid. And when it's time to wash them, I lift the whole cloth bag out of the trash can. Then I can dump the whole thing into my washing machine and throw the bag in too, without ever handling the used wipes really again. I'm just lifting up the cloth bag by the edges to put it in the washing machine. There's a lid to it, so there's not a smell in my bathroom. You do have to make sure you don't forget that you've got cloth and accidentally flush them. I've never done that, but that would be bad for your toilet, obviously. When I wash them, I usually throw them in with some towels, or I have some different sheets I put down on the floor for Isaac when he's like chewing on a bone or something gross that I don't want on my carpet. You know, so I just throw the wipes in with that. I just wash them on warm water with regular laundry detergent. I don't, like, there's not a big special production for washing them. And that's it. I either hang them to dry if I'm hanging my laundry to dry, or put it in the dryer. If I'm putting it in the dryer, most of the time I hang it to dry, just because that's what I do with my laundry. So let me show you what this looks like in my bathroom. Alright, so here's my bathroom, and on the shelf behind my toilet I have a basket of wipes. There's some flannel ones. These were made out of an old sheet. These were made out of, I don't even know what, that might have been an old sheet. Anyway, they're made out of a variety of things, and they're just in this basket behind the toilet. And then down here next to the toilet I had this little can. I had a sign on top that said cloth only, but it's kind of faded now. But you push the lever with your foot, pops up, used wipes are in there, and there's this cloth bag. This was made out of an old shirt. You just lift it up by the handles, drop it in your garbage. Garbage. It's in a garbage can. You drop it in your washing machine. And, you know, you don't have to touch the used wipes. And it's got a lid on it. There's no smell. It doesn't, well, okay, I have a litter box in my bathroom right now, and that smells just a little bit, even though I just cleaned it yesterday. My wipes do not smell. And that's my setup. And that's really it. I think I've answered most of the questions that I get asked, or that I hear people ask, not just asking me personally, but just asking about using cloth wipes instead of toilet paper. If you've got any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. If just ask whatever you've got. You know, don't be shy. I won't be shy about answering. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more videos, and I hope everybody has a good day.